Hello everyone, welcome back once again. Today, I'm bringing you a bombshell coming from Italy that has half the world talking. A new twist in the personal lives of Yaman and Sara. And watch out, because what's being said is a big deal. Did they really break up, or did they just say so? For months, rumors had been circulating that Can and Sara had separated. People even said that his intense work schedule had cooled the relationship. But now, the Italian media have released a version that changes everything. According to these sources, they would still be living in the same house in Rome. And that's not all. They claim that in recent weeks, their times of coming and going have matched up several times. That's what set fans off in Turkey and Italy. The reaction divided social media, and a worried family, Can's family, and his most loyal followers reacted with anger and doubts. If there's no breakup, why don't they say it? Is it really over? Or is this strategic silence? What stands out most is that no one is talking. Neither Can nor Sara has stepped forward to deny, confirm, or clarify anything. That silence only fuels suspicion that something is being hidden. Meanwhile, tension is growing within Can's family circle. People say his mother and those closest to him have always been very cautious about this relationship, and that this living together news has made them worried again. Some reports suggest the family would rather not push the issue publicly so as not to damage Can's career in Italy, especially now that his series Sandokan is enjoying major success. All eyes turn to Demet Özdemir, and here comes the unexpected part. Demet Özdemir is back in the conversation, even though, in theory, she has nothing to do with this. As soon as the rumor dropped, social media exploded with one question: what will Demet say? Because there are still fans, even in Italy, who believe there's a connection between Can and Demet. But she is also keeping total silence. No posts, no hints, nothing. That sparked comments in the gossip press that Demet may know something but prefers not to get involved. Behind-the-scenes rumors, real breakup, or just a pause? Two strong hypotheses have circulated over the last 24 hours. Yes, they officially broke up, but since neither of them moved out, they might still be living under the same roof. It wouldn't be a definitive breakup, but rather a temporary pause to ease media pressure. Why? According to these rumors, Can's team doesn't want his private life to overshadow the international impact of Sandokan. That's why they allegedly chose to stay silent. Sara's gesture that added fuel to the fire. After a full day of silence, Sara posted an Instagram story with a white background and a short but explosive message. Everything will be resolved when the time comes. The Italian press read it as a clear signal, almost an indirect admission that the rumors could be true. From there, the debate exploded again even more strongly. Why isn't Can saying anything? Can, who usually responds quickly to major news, has almost vanished from social media this time. People close to him say he is acting with extreme caution because any statement could affect his career and the golden moment he's living with the series. So he would have decided to keep his personal life out of the spotlight, at least for now. What's really going on? This is where things stand today. Strong rumor that they're still living together in Rome. Total silence from both of them. A family worried and divided over the media impact. Demet under pressure, but not taking a stance. And a theory gaining strength. The breakup may have been public, but strategic and temporary. If it's confirmed that they're still cohabiting, We're looking at one of the biggest gossip scandals of the year. And if everything was a plan to protect image and career, then what comes next could be even bigger. And now I ask you, do you think Ken and Sara are really still together? Or is all of this part of a strategy? I'll read you in the comments. And if you want more updates like this, subscribe and turn on notifications. Lately, whenever I read everything being said around Demet Özdemir, I can't help feeling a kind of quiet respect for how she is moving through a storm that isn't hers. I get the sense that while endless noise swirls around her, she has long chosen to step back and take the harder path, to keep going without feeding the spectacle. And to me, that says a lot about her character. Some people say Demet doesn't comment on these twisted people, or that she's on a different road, and I see it exactly that way. She didn't let herself get trapped in a narrative that no longer belongs to her. The first thing I notice is how tired people are of fantasies about a them that no longer exists. And within that exhaustion, Demet ends up being the most unfairly exposed part. Because let's be honest, much of the conversation online isn't really about her, but about what others project onto her. Some people ask that she be left alone, that she be released from that circus. And I agree. It isn't fair that a woman has to carry the emotional or media noise of decisions that aren't hers, just because one day she shared screen time and chemistry with someone. That isn't nostalgic love. That's not knowing how to let go. Demet strikes me as someone who understood early on an uncomfortable truth. In show business, you're judged not only for what you do, but also for who you're linked to. That's why I admire the fact that she didn't answer provocations, didn't try to deny every rumor, and didn't turn her private life into a press conference. In an environment where many survive by feeding drama, she seems to say, "My life isn't content for your anxiety." And even if that makes some people invent stories in her name, to me, it looks like dignity. I also think about something some people say harshly, the idea that God is removing traitors, hypocrites, and toxic companions from her path. I don't take it literally, but I understand the emotion behind it. There are relationships, professional or personal, that show you the worst side of an environment. And when you step out of them, even if it hurts, you breathe again. I feel like Demet went through that phase a long time ago. She recognized what wasn't good for her and chose not to look back. And that isn't coldness, it's survival instinct. No one grows by staying where energy turns to poison. What I like most about Demet is that even with all the noise, I don't see in her a desperate need to prove anything. I don't see her competing for attention or trying to win a headlines war. I see her focused on her career, her family, her own stability. It may sound simple, but in this context, it's almost revolutionary. Because it's easy to get swept up by anger, pride, or the temptation to broadcast your truth. What's hard is staying silent when you know silence will cost you misunderstanding. She did it anyway. Sometimes I wonder how heavy it is to be a public woman in stories like this. Ken does something, a scandal erupts, and Demet ends up in the center of the comments as if she owed an answer, as if her natural role were to be the moral mirror for other people's falls. And that seems deeply unfair to me. I understand those who say poor Demet gets stuck in the middle of this chaos without having anything to do with it, because I also feel that she is expected to give constant emotional explanations when all she did was continue with her life. And if there's something healthy, it's exactly that. Also, I can't help thinking Demet has that rare quality of people who don't need to destroy someone else to rebuild themselves. She could have played the game, feeding rumors, leaving crumbs to keep interest alive, replying with irony or venom, and yet she chose something else. Choosing peace isn't always passive. Sometimes it's an active decision, a boundary you set so you don't repeat cycles. And I read her attitude as a very clear boundary.